Servant leadership as an idea is incredibly popular. Thousands of articles and hundreds of books are dedicated to it, and many ascribe particular traits that we should exhibit to be a true servant leader. Those traits range from things like putting people first, which makes sense, to things like systems thinker and moral authority, which I find more of a stretch to align with the notion of serving others. Regardless, the key question I wanted to answer is whether it works. There's scant evidence, but one paper caught my eye, looking at the impact of servant leadership on performance from the perspective of affective and cognitive trust. The gist goes like this. Affective trust is created by a leader's concern and care, and supports individual performance and good organisational citizenship behaviour, that is, working hard and playing nice. Cognitive trust, by contrast, is created by a leader's ability and promotes task performance, and that is the quality of what comes out. Unsurprisingly, servant leadership has an impact on affective trust, but it doesn't have impact on cognitive trust. And there's good and bad news there. The bad news is that cognitive trust must be in place for effective trust to grow. So in effect, if you have an organisation with only servant leaders, you won't get anywhere. The good news, though, is that the missing cognitive trust can be picked up from elsewhere in the organisation, so from other more technical leaders, say. So back to the question, does it work? Well, like most other social science things, as I've covered before, it's very difficult to prove if any one has more or less impact than any other. But this study raises an interesting point which I think is borne out in tech and other professional companies. If servant leadership pays no attention to the capability of the leader, then it may not be the complete or ideal choice, and you should consider how to cover what it misses.